I'm back to the shop. Back working on the spice chest. I had to stop and do another project. I think last time you saw this, I was starting to use Lee Nielsen router plane. And I've pretty much got everything except for this is the front. It has 3/16 recess by, I believe it's 5/8, and it goes from here to here, and I'll have to router plane that out. And you might be able to see, it's a little torn out now. This tiger maple is a bare, and so I'm going to have to use the router plane with the quarter inch knife and just take very, very thin cuts and kind of come in sideways. So what I'm doing now is I've got all the drawer dividers routed out. It's 3/16 by 3/16 dado, a 5/8 bottom shelf, and the top shelf where the hidden compartment is. I'll assemble it and we'll put it together, show you how it goes together as soon as I get these routed out to 3/16 of an inch deep. Dados will be done, and then I'll move on to the recess for the door later on. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera off and come over here and zoom in and give you a better shot of the dados. So we got the router plane here, and we're cleaning out these little dados all the way through. Okay, I've moved the camera back a little bit so that so I can show you how this went together and what it's going to look like. So it's not the prettiest dovetails, but they will not be they'll not be visible. They're going to be hidden behind moldings and the top and bottom. So they go in there. That goes there. This one I think goes like this. That one's a little loose. It was a lot tighter when the first time I looked at it. But this here is the top shelf. So the top is on the bottom right now, going together. And this will slide in here, like so. And it's a pretty snug fit in there. And this one is the bottom. This is actually the bottom, and this goes this way. That'll go in there. So I'll flip it around. This is what you're looking at right now is the front. And you can see that's going to be some nice tiger maple. I may have to adjust this a little bit, and but you've got some good tight joints. Now, I could have raised this false bottom up a little higher and raised this false top a little higher, but I wanted this full space in here as a hidden compartment because there's going to be molding that goes across this, and it'll cover maybe a 1/16 of an inch, and it'll come up to about here. So it's like 2 1/16 inch high molding, and that'll be all the way around except for the back. And then the back is where all the shelf dividers will be slid in, and there'll be a 1/4 inch notch on the shelf dividers just like these, and that will cover up the joinery where it came in. And so that's how far we've came. And then of course there'll be a bottom or a back that slides in from the bottom, and it will lock into the dado, 1/4 inch dado all the way around. And I'll probably make this back into a raised panel so it comes out proud a little bit even with this. Now when I designed this or redesigned it, one thing that you don't see here is this will be recessed 3/16 of an inch, giving a 5/8 of an inch reveal, or just about a 5/8 of an inch reveal all the way around. And this is also 5/8 of an inch. So we'll lose maybe a 1/16 here. But visually, I don't think you'll notice that. And the reason for the false bottom is actually to give the molding and feet something to attach to. And you know, we'll work on getting the rest of it done here. So I just wanted to show you, give you an update what we've got so far. So I'm gonna take it all back apart, and you can see part of where I started to notch this out. And this door will close here and go up against that, and it'll be also 5/8 of an inch thick. And it took me a long time to do what I've got here now, because I was really trying very hard to get everything perfectly square. And the reason for that, of course, is so that when the door is closed, there'll be a 32nd or a 16th of an inch space around the door. And this way it won't look like it's skewed or anything's off. And our drawers will be in here. And when you take the drawer out, so there'll be about maybe an inch or so of dead air space in here. And but when you take out the center drawer, which is about 5 inches, I don't know, 5 3/8 by 5 3/8, it's almost a square drawer. And when you take that out completely, and the way the Pennsylvania spice box is, where you could slide the back of the drawer up, and then underneath and inside at the bottom, the drawer has a false bottom, and you pull another little drawer out of it, which is kind of cool. Just like this here on the back, when you drop the lid, when you drop the back down, there'll be a tray in here or a dead space, and you know, you could put you know, your empty checkbooks and whatever. I changed the design a lot from the original, but trying to keep it still within the theme of the 1890 or 1780 spice box. And the ones that were used back in the 1800s and 1700s, they didn't have things like iPods and cell phones and you know, extra batteries for their chargers and things like that. And people need, you know, we need a place to keep that kind of stuff. So I made the drawers a little bit wider at the top than what the originals were, and that'll give us a little more room inside those drawers. So therefore the entire case is actually wider than the original piece was. Inside I'm at about 14 3/16, or actually it's 14 1/8, whereas the original called for I think it was about 13 1/8, 13 3/16, something like that, and I'm at about an inch or more wider. So, and the reason I did that was so that we would have bigger drawers to accommodate the things that we use in the 20th century as opposed to the things they had in the 1700s.